Oh, and I forgot. Speaking of Beyonce, I see her as my singer, uh uh World War II Parisian entertainment. She kind of looks like that. She kind of looks like that. My character in Autumn looks more like I did when I was younger, more African features, because those are the features he likes. But I imagine that my heroine in the second book, um, that Beyonce could play her one day once she settles down and stops, you know, um, the nonsense she's doing now. So let's see. Okay, we were jumping on AARP. Also, I noticed I'm gonna count I'm gonna have to look down for a minute, guys. Let's see. I'm gonna tell you all the advertisements. Cell phones. Let's see. Insurance. Uh, diets. Where you eat that koogly food that as soon as you stop eating it, you gain the weight back. Um, Cell phones. Motorcycle insurance. Now that's kind of funny to me because it's been a time. Are you kidding me? Motorcycle insurance for someone, for a retired person. Come on, that would have been impossible. But see, the baby boomers, we were hippies, and what do you call it? And discoettes. Yes, I don't know if there's a word for it. And that kind of thing, we ran the gamut from like really high, because I know I was 20 years old in 1975. So that made me 15 at the beginning of the decade, when everything was going, civil rights, women's rights, everything was going on. And I was at an age where I could make decisions about how I thought about things. You know, even though I was young, I did have I could be influenced by things. And even to now, there are things that, I believe in, that go way back to um, me making decisions about things when I was that age. And so much was going on. It was an incredible time to be a young woman. So, where were we? Um, and then we have, let's see, I don't know what that is. Oh, weather resistant tarp, I guess. Tools, tools, tools. I don't know what the devil that is. Oh, blood pressure monitor, and I think that's a propane tank or something. Where's the war on Alzheimer's? We're gonna come back to that. Life insurance, uh, car insurance. Those what do you call those things? I've fallen and I can't get up. Those help things, those monitors. We have monitors that older people or people, can put on their wrists or around their neck, and if they get into some kind of trouble, they can push it and call help if they live by themselves. Another cell phone. Um, Medicare supplement insurance, hearing aids, which makes a lot of sense. Another cell phone. The button that saves lives. Another one of those thing um, things you mash if you get in trouble. I'm forgetting words. Alzheimer's is getting me. Um, Gold coins you can buy from the government. Don't ask. Once more, insurance. It looks like car insurance, and you get another free calculator, another cell phone, and I don't know what that is. Bathtubs. Actually, my mom actually has one of these. Let's see if I can. You step into it. She had it at the house. You step into it and sit down. You step into it and sit down, which is a good idea. You step into it and sit down, and so you don't have to worry about killing yourself. Also, let's see what else we got. Um, Safe Step. That's the name of it, I guess. Another one of those monitors, panic buttons, I call them. Let's see. Let's see. Investments. Uh, and ooh, sex. It's never too late to learn. Hey, I'm not getting into it, but trust me, I'm still interested, as they say. Still very, very physical, very, very sexual. Let's see. Once again, one of those panic button things, one of those beds that goes up and down. I forget what you call them. Another sexual aid. This one is the one the suction cup one. We'll go back to that in a minute. Bed again, bathtub again. This looks like some kind of trailer. Another panic button, wigs, super porch, and at the end is a music system, a Bose music system, and then the very last thing is that bathtub again. Um, the sex thing is very interesting to me because, like I said, we're baby boomers. There's billions of us, and also too, I think that's what AARP kind of plays to. There's so many of us, and that they could, I mean, because in my mom's day, in my dad's day, my grandmother's day, I'm sure, sex when my mom was 60, sex was the last thing on her brain, on her mind. But I'm still kind of looking. I wouldn't put past being in a relationship. I don't know if I'd get married or not. I don't know. Maybe though. Who knows? I never have been interested in it, but who knows. um Pretty much the wigs are pretty. You can understand that because I have a little thinning going on up on top. That's why my hair is so short. Sex is never too late to learn something. This is a sex video to show you what to do. Like, I don't already know. I just don't have a victim to act upon. But that's gonna get straightened out. Well, when I get the job things straightened out and get moved and that kind of thing, then because you can't think about that kind of stuff when you got junk on your mind. And something else I like that they do, they put these little brain things, um, brain teasers. Keep forgetting everything is backwards. Those little brain teasers. They put these little exercises in. Let's see. Yeah, they put these little exercises in, and they're fun. That's fun. So that was the advertisement. Now I'm going to tell you the good articles in it. Oh, and the thing about the sex is it's a vacuum. What it is, and the man puts his penis in this thing, down in this thing, and pumps it, pumps it up, and then he takes a ring and puts it on the I don't want to say the word, um around the testicles, around the whole package. Put it that way. Puts it around there, and it keeps him erect. Now I don't know how they ejaculate. I don't know if they have to take the thing off. I don't know. I don't know. Well, I guess I'll find out one day maybe. But yeah, but the fact that they're even acknowledging that people in my age, because most baby boomers, they're a little bit older than me. I was born at 55, and I think baby boomers are considered 45, starting in 1945. So that means what, from 70 on, we're boomers. I'll tell you some of the good stuff. They have okay, I already told you all the crap that's in here. But just like anything else, it's good and bad. If you just read it, for heaven's sake, because the writing's so small. They have they're trying to get you. Here's one thing about medicines. Um, okay, and articles. Here's one by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I told you about the insurance, but insurance is a good thing. Um, Hidden hazards of cold medicines. Everybody else has the flu. I haven't had the flu in 20 years and counting. Also the Nutrisystem thing. Oh, I mean, I shouldn't have said the name, but the weight loss food thing. I suppose it does work, but my personal opinion is then what happens? You know, when you stop eating that stuff, then what happens? When you go back to your own eating habits, forget it. But it is important to keep your weight down. So I guess that's it kills two birds with one stone. How do you pay $1,200 for a pill? Here's the high cost of article about the high cost of um, medication. All right. Then, like I said, the cell phone, but in a way, that's six in one hand, a half dozen in the other. We you have to have a cell phone. Now, my best friend does not have a cell phone. That is so crazy to me. And I remember actually saying in the late 80s and early 90s when they were first beginning becoming popular, I remember myself saying, "Well, if you can't wait till I get from point A to point B to call me, then you don't need to call me." I mean, I had that antiquated attitude towards cell phones until I started actually working for AT&T, and then I realized it's actually a matter of safety at this point. You know, my cell phone does nothing but make calls. But my new one, I did get my new phone. It's crazy. I'll talk about it later. It's out of control. Then we have where's the war on Alzheimer's, and this is an article. What it's saying is okay, because it's so many of us baby boomers, they are expecting that what they're saying is that it's Alzheimer's is depleting the Medicare coffers basically because it's so expensive to deal with, and so many of us are going to have it. Not me if I have anything to do with it. I'm going kicking and screaming, trust me. And well, and the thing about it is it's a chronic disease. You just go, but there are things there are medications, there are things you can do to cut down, your chance. But it's just saying how expensive it is to treat and how expensive it is. And it's not like cancer is something you can be cured of, that you can just, you can be cured of it's you deteriorate, that's the word, slowly. See, I can't. Oh, and quality of life is what I was trying to say, that falling may affect my quality of life. See, that's something that happens when you're old. um this is an interesting article. Last chance baby, sure they do it, but should they? What it's about is women having children after 50. Okay, I'm done with all that now. No way. But now, I would have maybe considered it if I had married. Maybe I would have considered it at 45, 46-ish. Because that would have meant when the baby was 20, I'd only be, 67, 68, something like that. But that didn't happen. But at this age, I could adopt. I could adopt because if I take care of myself, I'm 60, 70, 80. Oh yeah, the baby, by the time the baby got out of high school, if it was a baby, by the time the child got out of high school, I would only be, you know, close to 80, and I'm still going to be rocking and rolling. Trust me. I'm doing everything I can. And it's saying should they have babies? That's the only thing about having kids that at that age um would be what condition you would be in when your kids need you, of course, when they're tiny, but they also need you in those formative years when they're becoming adults, when they're 18, 19, and going out into the world, that kind of thing. They need you then, and you need to be your best then. um i'm actually I'm the oldest girl of my parents, but I have but I was the last one to be a grandmother. So therefore, my grandkids are going to be 3 and 2, basically, and I'm almost 60. So I will see them more likely graduate from high school. Maybe I'll see them graduate from college. Who knows? But you got to work on yourself. And then hearing aids, which, well, I thought I was losing. This is funny. I was not hearing at one point. I just it just seemed like to me I wasn't hearing everything. I went to the doctor and it ends up, this is gross, guys. I had this huge ball of wax from putting, that's why they tell you don't put Q-tips in your ear. I had like these, they gave me a hearing test and the guy goes, well, you actually hear very uh, well for someone your age. You know, everything kind of slows down a little bit. He said, but you got a big thing of wax. And they had to go in and it was a mess. So anyway, so the hearing aids, those panic buttons I call them, those really I imagine can um actually help somebody, of course. I mean goes to that's no that's a no-brainer. I hate to use that old antiquated phrase, but basically that is. Also about the cell phones again. Well, see, that's the thing. I learned from someone who had worked in HR for years, the reason they don't want to hire people over a certain age is that they don't think these people, that they don't think we can keep up with the technology. Okay, granted, I'm not Bill Gates, but I can do the basic things that I need to do for a job. I can do the basic things that in everyday life. Um and my new phone is crazy. It does all this crazy nonsense. It actually, if you're texting, it will try to anticipate the next word for you. If the phone rings, you can mash a button, send it straight to voicemail. It doesn't have to ring 500 times. The only thing about it is so funny. I'm not used to the ringtones and the rings yet. And so I don't think it's my phone, and then it wouldn't go online. And I had to call customer service. First time I called her, she told me to do these things. I did them, and then it didn't work. So I ended up having to use another phone. What I did was I used the computer phone, and I called back, and uh, I had to do all this crazy stuff anyway to fix it. So now it goes online. So that's it. That's all I really need. But I really think that that texting thing is kind of funny. Like is trying to, if you and like say if you text the same thing, say all the time, like if I check in for work every day, it'll automatically put, my name, checking in, blah blah blah, like that, like on it. It anticipates what I'm gonna say. So I think it's pretty cool. I mean, it's kind of cool, but I just have to get used to the ring because I get rang today when I was asleep, and it actually was my real estate, I guess, lady, housing lady. It was her, but I was like so groggy by the time I got up. I got listened to it, and this is, oh, all right. Then they have iPads, which I don't need an iPad because I have a tablet slash Kindle dash. I don't know what else that crazy thing does, but and it's and it actually has a article about protect yourself from scams. How ironic. AARP. Um, and then let's see, what is this? Vaccination rates. It shows the how many people take the flu that's um um the vaccine. I used to never take the flu shot because I was afraid I was going to get the flu. And yes, you do get the flu. I mean, they claim, no, you don't. It's a dead virus. No, no, no. Everybody I know that's had it gets sick. I actually got the first cold I'd had in years, years by the first time I took the flu shot because I was gonna go, like I said before, I was gonna go to Japan, and my grandkids, I didn't want to take the chance on the brand new babies, catching anything. I don't care, but I just didn't want it. And I actually got a cold, and I hadn't had a cold, and I was miserable because I hadn't had a cold. All right, then in years. And then here's travel. And I like the music thing, the boss music thing. Um, there's a joke. As you could, by the time you can afford a good stereo system, you can't hear it anymore. So, okay, we are at the end. When I come back, I'm going to talk a little bit about the book stuff. I'm going to let AARP alone. I may have one more thing to say about them. Then I got to get centered here. Then I think that's going to be it. So, Talk to you guys later.